beat up, arrested, attacked, and assaulted in almost every single way possible. And it's done a lot to us, and it's took a lot from us. And I know people feel like, what the hell else can we do? What else is it gonna take for us to be free? Because even in the middle of all of that, we still got black and brown people being murdered at the hands of the state. Right now, Biden is putting more money into detaining immigrant children. Right now, we dropping dead from COVID-19 in droves. And I know a lot of people feel like, what is it gonna take? And I was wondering as I was driving here if there was something that I could say to answer that question for people in a really clear way. And I'm sorry, because the answer is everything. It's gonna take everything. Every single thing that we have to get us free. And I know that for a lot of people, last year was their first time coming out into the streets and standing up and fighting in defense of black and brown lives. And this year has shaped into what none of us imagined it would be. And a lot of people are feeling really sad. And I keep hearing the word tired. And I understand that. Trust me, I understand that. But what we've won is really important to understand. What we've won is really important to talk about, because we know Dante's right name because of what we did last year and what we've been continuing to do. Every single time the police have murdered somebody, we've been able to respond to that as a movement. And that's a victory. That's a victory. That's a victory. Because we've been able to put the state, on guard, because they know that when they try to evict us, we're gonna be there. And we have the ability and the capacity to respond because we built it. Because we built it. Because we made sure that we were gonna keep us safe. And I know that this is not, I don't sound like super whatever, and I'm sorry about that. But I just want us to, keep our eyes on the prize and also understand what it is that we've done here in Detroit and across the world. I say this all the time. I love this city more than I love myself, and I mean it. And I mean it not just because I was born here, because I struggled here, but because the fight in this city has historically been so dynamic. And at every single moment in the history of this country that they've had to write something in the books, that they've had to talk about black liberation, they've had to talk about Detroit. They've had to talk about this city. They had to talk about the cloth that I'm cut from, that we cut from here. They had to talk about poor black women like me. That's who they had to talk about. And that's still true today. I don't know if people saw, there was an article in The Guardian where they examined the police charges for last year for protesters across the country. And in 95% of the cities across the United States, the charges were dropped before they ever went to court. But not here. Not in this city. No. The mayor and the police chief launched an attack on us in the blackest city in the nation. They decided that freedom couldn't stand here. That us standing up and saying, we will fight for our right to housing, to water, to not be murdered in the streets, to not have resources in the middle of a pandemic going towards federal agents. We're gonna fight against that. They decided we couldn't do that. So they were gonna dispense every resource that they had. Beat us in the streets, tear gas us, put me in a chokehold, run us over with SUVs. sue us,